everyone, welcome to my channel. So if you are new to my channel, then hello, my name is Bhargavi Rao. So I do post new videos about any amendments or anything, any changes, or even just any article related to law in a very simplified terms which everyone can understand. So my motto is to make sure that the law is reachable to everyone and they could understand and they could comprehend what are our legal activities which goes on in India. So that's my main motto. And if you are a repeated one, then thank you for staying with me. And this video again I thought of making because there was a recent judgment which was passed relating to gratuity. Okay, so everybody should know about gratuity because gratuity is one of the very important aspects of your of any person who is salaried, and they should know what it is and what is your rights and what are your what is the amendments and what is the provisions which are given under law regarding gratuity. Okay, so let's get started right away. What is gratuity? Gratuity means any person who is employed in a private or a public company who has an employee of more than 10 will have to pay gratuity for their long-standing work. So any person who is employed in a company for more than a year automatically becomes eligible to gratuity. So what is gratuity? It's a way of saying thank you for your loyal service by the company. Okay, so this is more of a retirement plan, and this actually nowadays I know people jump jobs and stuff, but there was a time when there was like industrial revolution which was going on in India, and that time this was like a very important act which came into existence because to protect the interests of laborers and to make sure that their retirement and even in case of death their family is protected and they are thanked for the years of work which the particular person has done for a organization. So this is a very important concept for a company and even for a person who is employed in a company which is governed under company law, or it may be Factories Act or multiple other acts which are governing industries and shops, establishments, anything which has employees more than 10. So that's the basic nutshell of gratuity. So how is even gratuity calculated? You might think like, okay, what's the real calculation of gratuity? So gratuity is actually paid. There's a simple calculation for that, and the calculation is it goes on like this. It's 15 by 26 into number of years of work into basic pay. Where is basic pay? It is your basic salary plus DA. Okay, so all the other ones are not included in this, like your HRA and other travel allowance, nothing is included in that. So that's your basic pay, and this is paid for a person after their retirement or in case they quit the company or in case there is a death. Okay, so to their family members. So this is the basic principles of gratuity. There are much more about gratuity actually, this is not just it, but just to make sure that you understand what is the basics of that, that's why I am explaining. But the reason why I made this video is not that. The reason is interestingly, recently Karnataka High Court passed a judgment where it said that the gratuity cannot be adjusted towards the loan and there cannot be any Garnishee order. Oh, a lot of legal terms, right? What is it? Well, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you what is Garnishee order first. Okay, so Garnishee order means it's actually from a French term. Okay, so French term, what it means is it means garnir. Garnir means to warn or to prepare. That's what it means, French word. But what exactly is Garnishee order is, in case I take a loan from somebody, okay, and I have I don't repay the loan, and the person who has given me the loan has actually repeatedly been following up with me and I'm not paying him. And he finally goes to the court and he files a suit demanding the repayment of the money. And I'm also getting money from somebody else, somewhere else I'm getting the money from. So the court can give a Garnishee order for the person who is about to pay me to skip paying me and pay the person whom I own money directly. Okay, so that means like if I I'm not paying an amount, and suppose I'm not paying an amount for a person called A, and a person called B owes money, like he has to give me money for some reason, then the court can give a garnishee order for B to directly pay A. So I am not even involved in this. So in that way the debt is settled. So that is garnishee order. Okay. So the interesting part of that, this judgment is that the gratuity, which is actually which a company needs to pay for a person for the loyal years of work, a person who actually, if the employee has taken a loan from somebody, then he cannot approach the court saying that give the garnishee order for this company to pay the gratuity amount, whichever is I am eligible, directly to settle the loan. I hope you understood. So let me again explain to you in more simpler way. That means I am an employee of a company, and the company has to give me gratuity for my loyal years of work, and I have that amount due. But the other person whom like I have taken a loan from somebody, and that I'm not paying that person. So that person cannot approach the court saying that, hey, by the way, I am entitled to get gratuity anyway. So why can't I just siphon the money out of the company and give it to me to settle the loan? So that the court said that no, this cannot be done, and the gratuity amount is not something which you can demand garnishee order on. So I hope you understood now. So this was an interesting piece of judgment which I thought, because many people might be wondering that that if gratuity amount can be used to settle your loan, or if that can be used for that. So sadly that at least garnishee order cannot be issued for this. And another important thing what you have to understand is that especially if a person who is employed is being removed by the company because of a negligent behavior or bad behavior, then they will not be entitled for the gratuity actually. So this is something which I also wanted to add in case you might be wondering that everybody who is employed for long years will get gratuity. That's not true. Gratuity is really more of a appreciation, and that's the reason why we say that for any employee who's thinking of changing the company, don't like burn the bridge. Don't spoil your relations with your existing company, even though how much ever in a bad situation you are in. This is just my advice. It's not that we cannot fight it legally, but it's just messier in that way. So if you want a clean way to opt out of the company, to make sure that the company pays you all the amount which is owed to you, then in that case just don't burn the bridge and don't leave it in bad terms, because the company has the right to say that that either like they, instead of saying that, they can say that you were terminated because of bad behavior and those things. That's a possibility. Not that we cannot fight on it, but that's a possibility, and it's more messier. So just to make sure that it's clean, this is what my suggestion is. But yeah, so that's what the High Court told. That and also he told that the judge says that there's a special treatment of gratuity payment under the Payment of Gratuity Act and Code of Civil Procedure 1908. So the both acts are governing this gratuity amount, and that's the reason why garnishee order cannot be issued on this. So I hope you're clear. I hope you learned something new today, and if these kind of tidbits about law excite you, then I will suggest you hit subscribe button and also share these videos, so that many more people can get benefited from this kind of videos. I hope to see you again. Bye, and take care.